So it was a pretty special night. You know, the Dodgers were rolling to town with tremendous momentum, and I think that we played one of our better games in quite some time, and not just all the obvious things. And I can maybe address a few of those later on, but I want to make sure that I hit on Zach Godley setting a tremendous tone for us, 6 2/3. We really tried to get him through that 7th inning, but he did his job, turned it over to the bullpen, and then it was shut down after that by 3 guys. Offensively, what can you say about Jake Lamb? The 2 home runs and nothing bigger than the grand slam off a very tough pitcher that traditionally has been very tough throughout the league. But Jake did a great job of digging out some pitches and just fighting through his entire at-bat and basically won us a ball game. Chris Iannetta, also a big day with the solo home run. Ketel Marte with a couple of hits, but once again, one of those little things that didn't show up in the box score that we did very well today. It was the play that he made in the 9th inning with the man on first base. He bodies up to a ball. Traditionally, you don't see plays like that made the way he did, but he wasn't going to let that ball get by him. It's those little things we talk about all year long.
Jake's grand slam kind of hung in the air for a while. Do you remember what as it was hanging there?
Yeah, stay fair, stay true, stay fair, because I felt like that's part of the ballpark where it's short enough. It was a swing where he had to kind of reach and dig, but he's got tremendous power. And I felt like he had enough distance on it. It just was a matter of it staying fair. So it hung up there for what seemed like an eternity. But, obviously when we zeroed in on what happened, we were all turned to the umpire and we saw that signal. It was tremendous feeling for us.
What does it mean for him to do that off a left-hander, considering his struggle?
Well, I know that it's well documented. Last year he didn't do what he felt like he needed to do against left-handed pitching. But all I know from that point forward, is that he has had tremendous awareness, has looked the limitation square in the eye, and has done everything that he possibly can to improve. And as of late, and that's what I want to talk about, he's had really good approaches against left-handed pitching. His OPS is well over 800, and those are the things that we're focusing on, where it's about improving each and every day. And Jake's done a tremendous job and deserves so much credit for what he's done.
You mentioned Godley. His curveball again seemed to be a really effective weapon for him.
Well, he's got a couple of pitches where he holds offensive teams down because it's just an uncomfortable at bat. If you want to start with a curveball, you can. You can also talk about a cutter, a 2-seam fastball it's running all over the place once it gets up to the zone. But he's been tremendous for us. I can't say enough good things about what he does, about going out and competing every night or every 5th day, keeping us in the game. Continues to blossom and grow and learn as a big league pitcher. So it's been a great boost for us.
Iannetta obviously had the homer, Torey, but for the 7th, he had that 9-pitch at bat.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed to be a crucial.
Yeah. Well, those little things, like I said, that don't really show up. It's just a base hit to right field, but along the way, he was fouling off some pitches, and he got his hands on a ball out over the plate, and he sacrificed the idea of going to the pull side or going up top for a home run. He said, "I'm just going to take what this pitcher's given me, and I'm going to get on base for my ball club," and that's what he did. Get on base for my teammates, and that's what he did. So those are the moments that we look for. Those are the moments that we talk about here, about handing it off to the next guy.
I know one game doesn't mean anything for the next game, but given the struggle for runners in scoring position in the road trip, going in for the land at bat, because that at bat just let a team kind of exhale, maybe take a more relaxed approach in those situations.
Yeah, I think so. I think we were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, or 1 for 10, something like that. So it's that one key moment that just gets the ball rolling. And look, I don't want to say anything that I haven't said or anything that I don't believe in. Hitting with runners in scoring position is a very difficult chore. For those of us that haven't done it, or that have done it, we understand that it's a very, very big challenge. It's when everything's heightened. There's a lot of pressure in the moment, and our guys have had good and bad moments throughout the course of this year. So if it gets us kick-started in the right direction after some recent struggles, I can see why, because it was a big moment for us.
When Herman comes up,
Mm-hmm.
they go in 2-2 left. What was your thinking and all that?
Well, I felt like we were going to get our matchup at that point in the game. We were down, and we needed the best possible matchups, and I felt like, with Herm against the righty, that would have been a really good matchup for us. And if not, and they brought in the lefty, I felt like Rosales was going to be a good matchup for us as well. It worked out. I mean, Rosales obviously got on base via the hit by pitch, but I just was looking for the carryover to get back up to the top of the lineup. I was looking for the most productive at bat based on the matchup.
And the way it all turned out, it's kind of strange the way it all turned out from there on.
Yeah, well, they end up intentionally walking AJ, and I can see why. He's a very potent hitter, especially against left-handed pitching with a proven track record. And there's a risk, and there's also a reward. But obviously, it worked out in our favor today.
Your defense today, 2 double plays after they got the leadoff guy on, and the catch by AJ.
Yeah, I think that those are those types of plays, those are those types of moments that we're looking for, and those are the things that thrill me the most. I love the grand slam, I love the pitching, I love all those things that jump out, and they're going to be on the highlight reel tonight. But those little things that don't show up, that's what we preach here, and it's the double steal when nobody's really paying attention. It's just making things happen at a pace that we are trying to control, and we want to make things happen the way we want to make them happen. And making defensive plays is something that we train ourselves to do, and you can see how it complements the game. It keeps things rolling.
Is there any little bit of added significance to starting the homestand with a win and then beating the Dodgers after struggling against them?
Yeah, well, everybody does want to talk about those 3 tough games in LA, and we remember them. We're still smarting from them, and I think that it's motivating these guys. I know it motivates me to go out and do my absolute best, because I don't want that to happen again. If there's anything that I can do to improve, I'm going to examine it. And I think everybody has that as a natural feeling, as a natural thought. So it's a nice win because it's a win. It's the LA Dodgers. We're aware of that. They are the pace setters. They are the best team in baseball, and we got win number 1 of a crucial series, and we're very proud of that, and we'll enjoy it and get ready for tomorrow.
How about Rodney and what he was able to, after what happened in LA?
Well, I'm not sure what's on his mind from that time. You'll have to ask him. I don't know. I just know he has a tremendous ability to turn the page, and he is as easygoing in any atmosphere as you can imagine, except for when he gets on the mound, he turns into a great competitor. So I'm sure that he's forgotten about it. He cared about one thing, and that was getting his job done tonight.
Just back to Godley for a second. Are you surprised by the value he's given you over the
Yes, I am. Had I known him beforehand and known what he was built on and the competitiveness that he carries around, it wouldn't surprise me. But I knew very little about him other than what I saw on video or what I saw from across the field. And I didn't know if he was a starter reliever going through spring training. I was just getting to know guys. And as I got to know him, I felt like he was able to command the ball around the zone with a couple of different pitches. And I thought that he was going to continue to develop and turn into what he is now. But I didn't know it was going to happen this quickly. But like I said, had I been able to add that up a little bit differently, had I known him, I would say no, this wouldn't have surprised me.
Well, there was a good crowd with great energy tonight, and then Archie Bradley comes off and he's real fired up.
Yeah.
What does that do for the team, just in general, having a guy like that who's going to really bring the energy as well as his game as well?
Well, I wanted to go bear hug him about mid walk into the dugout. I was feeling it too. It was a great moment. So I did everything I could possibly do to compose myself, to not go out there and do it. But the crowd was involved, the crowd was engaged, and the grand slam was a huge eruption, and we felt that in the dugout. Archie coming off the mound, just giving us that great boost, and he's all about that. But he gets his outs, he enjoys the moment. It was a pretty special moment for us, and the crowd really picked it up as well.